George.
Me dice la. Es que hay una. No sé si será profesora, ¿no? Está ahí. Dios.
Camila está enferma.
¿Qué tiene?
No, yo no puedo estudiar. Me
¿Qué
dio
tiene?
gripa.
¿También?
¿Quién más tiene gripa?
Juancho.
Ah. Desde que el resto no nos sintamos así, todo está bien.
Toca dejarlos allá
Sí,
quietos. ¿Qué va a hacer mañana?
Nada.
¿Vamos para el museo o qué?
Sí.
¿Sí? ¿Convidamos al Gregory?
Sí,
Hágale.
Jorgito, necesito que me ayudes a sacar el coliche.
Yo también lo necesito para la circa.
Me llamaron de cita.
Hágale, vamos a sacarlo.
Me llamaron.
Si quiere, después de que termine la clase, lo sacamos.
Yo
Pero toca, escríbale a Juancho. Dígale que cómo hizo para sacarlo gratis, porque toca pagar $30. No, vamos a sacarlo por Uber.
¿te toca decir que no va a hacer web? ¿Y sale gratis?
Hi, George.
Hi.
Are you home today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Today, yes.
Watermelon tastes good?
All good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Sí, yo.
You're fine.
No.
Okay, as usual, just a few minutes. Till everybody's here. Hello, Ben.
I'm sir.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How about you?
Good. Thanks for asking. All right, let me just quickly do the attendance. So we have Ben online. George. Where's George? Here, online. Momo's the studio. Nat here. Oh, okay, that's everybody. Two more minutes. Do you have any plan for the holiday? The Queen's holiday?
I have to work.
What?
Because it's extra pay on holiday.
Wait, it's holiday, right? Why are you supposed to work?
Just work at restaurants.
Oh, restaurant.
Yes.
What kind? What
And
type
even
of
call casino.
casino?
Casino.
South Bank. South Bank. Yeah, I think we can probably see it. Yeah. Good. Yeah, I think. Wait a moment. Our work too. Yeah. Unfortunately.
So not in this? So not in this? Yeah.
No, that's somewhere else. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second one.
So I have some like local students. Yeah.
Mm.
That's another place I work. Okay. Hello.
Hello,
Hi. How are you?
good, thank you. How about
Great.
you?
Not bad. Is your name Sadik? How do you
Yes.
pronounce?
Sadiq.
Sadik. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay. Now I think it's good to get started. So welcome to week 5 class. For this week, we're going to revise what we have learned from week 1 to week 4, right? So it's kind of relaxing because there's nothing new. Well, you will learn something new, and especially if you have gone through your materials online, you will be able to find lots of expressions which we didn't have time or chance to go through everything. So today I'm going to expand your vocabulary and expression. But you need to know that these expressions are more like alternatives. So you can use one of them for meaning expression, but just to show your knowledge in the vocabulary, it's good to know everything here. And every time you practice writing or like generally like really writing a letter, it's good to have it with you. You're perfect to write. Okay, so we're going to start with the 8 steps to writing as you always, because that's how you structure your letters for any types of the letter. All right. So step 1. Any volunteers to tell us what's step 1?
Opening.
Opening, yeah, opening. Thank you, Momo. Step 2. Step 2, Ben. Can you tell us what's step 2?
Background, purpose.
Background. Right, background information. Yeah, I like this term because it depends on the context. The background can be different. And
Teacher, sorry, can you a little bit bigger?
yeah, zoom in. Does
Yeah,
that work for you?
yeah,
Sadik, are you using a laptop or iPad or something?
yeah, laptop.
Yeah, laptop. Yep. Good. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask me or any request.
Okay.
Number 3, yeah?
Info A.
Information A. And of course, step 4, information B. Again, you don't necessarily separate the information into 2 groups. It depends on what you're talking about. And step 5, anyone?
Information B. Oh,
Yeah, I've written information B. Thank you, Ben. What's after information B?
request or suggestion.
Yeah, the request. If you have any request, that's where you mention it. And then we're about to finish it. What's step 6?
Signal clause.
Yes, signal close. Signal close is where you tell the readers that, okay, I have said everything I wanted, the main thing I want to tell you. And now I am about to finish it. So this is like usually a brief paragraph for you to sign the closing part. And then we close it. So it's closing. And don't forget in step 8, how do you finish your letter? George? George?
Definition.
George, can you hear me? George, are you there? Yes, you are. Do you know what step 8, George? The last step? Not sure? What do you write? Like the final words, the last words in a letter, what do you write? Like who has written this letter? Who wrote this letter? Okay, that's fine.
Signature.
Yeah, thank you, Ned. That's the signature. Signature. In other words, the writer's name. Does that make sense, George? Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. There.
Yeah.
It's
Remember
signature.
that. Yeah, signature. If you have filled the form before, you can always see this at the bottom.
no les tenía.
The
Que cuando
file.
voy en el tren yo no puedo escribir.
All right. Hi, Nue.
Hi, teacher.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. All right. So we have Nue here. I always forgot Nue's full name. This doesn't have a bracket here. Nue, is that this one?
No.
I'm not finished, teacher.
Yeah, I see. I'll add your name at the bottom. Sadik. Nue, is this your name?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And Sadik is. Oh, okay. I'll just write your name right here. Okay, good. Beautiful. So now we have done revising the 8 steps to letter writing. Now, George, can I get you to read the 8 steps here?
Sure. Opening. Background. Information A, information B, requests, signature close, closing, signature writes name.
Thank you. Good job, George. And Sadik, can I get you to read this for us? Yeah. Sadik, can you read these 8 steps?
Opening, background, information A, information B, request, signal close,
Signal
closing,
close.
Closing, signature, writes name.
Excellent. Sadik, can you read this word again? Signal.
Signal.
Yeah, perfect.
Close.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you, Sadik.
You are welcome.
And let me see who else has come. We have Carol. Hi, Carol.
Hi, teacher.
Good day. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good. Awesome. We have Carol. There we go. Okay. All right, now let's move on to the types of letters. What I mean by the types of the letters is that you will think about who you are writing to. The type of the letter is always determined by who you are writing to. Sometimes you might write a letter to people you are familiar with, like your friends, your family or relatives. And sometimes you want to write a letter to a principal, a teacher, and even someone you don't know who this person is. So generally, there are three types of letter writing. Now, can anyone tell me what are the three types or any one of the types?
Formal, informal, semi-formal.
Yes, excellent. Thank you, Ben. So we have formal letters. Thank you, Momo. Formal letter, informal letter, and semi-formal. Okay. The three types of letters, they are differentiated by who you are writing to. For example, you might want to write a letter to HR, right? Manager, principal, etc. Professor. So you're writing to this is what we call the formal letter. Formal means that I'm serious and I respect. And it's usually, it could also mean that the cases you speak to the public. Yeah, so that's formal. An informal letter can be like when you're writing to, good, Momo. Writing to one of your friends or relatives, family, or any person you are familiar with. And in that case, you don't have to show too much respect to this person. And especially, it's not, you don't have to, it's that if you show too much respect, that sounds weird, right? If you speak to your friends, you go like, thank you, that's weird, right? You don't have to respect too much, right? So in these cases, we write a informal letter. And semi-formal letter, we haven't learned this yet, but you need to understand that semi is a prefix to mean half, right? Half. So it's half formal and half informal, right? So you can think about this. And I'll give you an example. You can write a semi-formal letter to your colleagues, right? So you are not close friends, but you're kind of familiar with each other. Still, you want to show your respect. So colleague would be one of the contexts. All right. Now, Niue, can I get you to read the 3 types of letters? First one,
Read.
this one, the highlighted words. Formal letter. Can you read formal letter?
Formal letter.
Yes. And next one, do you know how to read this?
Informal letter.
Mhm. And last one,
Semi-formal letter.
right? Thank you, Niue. Sadik, can I get you
Yes.
to read these 3 types of letters?
Yes. Formal letter,
Mhm.
writing or to HR, manager, principal, professor.
Yeah,
Information letter,
in a formal letter.
informal letter,
Yeah, exactly.
writing to friend, relative, family, or any person you are familiar with.
Mhm.
Semi-formal letter, semi-half.
Thank you, Sadik. That's good. Okay, now just some quick question. If I am writing a letter to my manager, what type of letter is this, Carol?
Yes, teacher.
If I am writing a letter to my manager, what type of letter is that?
Formal letter.
Formal letter. Good job. And if I am writing to a governor, Ben, if I'm writing to a governor, what type of letter is this?
Formal.
Formal, yes. Well, I may not get a chance to write a letter to a governor, but yeah, good job. That's right. If I write, thank you, Ben. And if I'm writing a letter to my classmates, George, if I am writing a letter to a classmate, what type of letter do you think it is?
Informal letter?
Informal or formal?
Formal letters.
Is this person I am familiar with? Do I know this person?
Informal letters.
Yeah, that's informal because I know this person. I don't have to respect too much. Thank you. Good job, George.
Lo que sé es que
Right, so these are the types of letters.
sí, lo que sé es que creo que la está sacando como el apartamento, todo sea para mujeres.
Okay, the last thing
Pero la pregunta
as a generic skill in letter writing is the language conventions in different types of letters. So the idea are focused on contraction, slang, and tag question. So a contraction means the short words, the shortened words. And as you can see, here is a group.
Okay.
Do not and don't. George, do they mean the same? So do not and don't.
Do not, don't.
Yeah, are they the same?
The short words.
So
It's
these,
what? Do not equals don't.
yes, so equals that, and that means they are the same, right?
Same,
George?
same.
Yeah, they are the same. And Sadik,
Yes.
here we have will not and won't. Are they the same?
Sí.
Yes.
¿Saben?
Yes.
Porque yo le dije equals.
Great.
Equals.
Thank you. So they are the same. They mean the same. If they're just written in a different way. It's easier to write don't and won't than do not and will not. And that's the same as you can see in I am and I'm. I'm is way easier. You just simply take away a and add a upper comma, we call it apostrophe, to form a contraction. So this is the
Yeah.
contraction. Contraction, 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 contraction. Okay, so now let's talk about when we can use contractions. Momo, can we use contractions in formal letters? No, we don't. That's right. Thank you, Momo. We do not use contractions in formal letters. That means when you are writing to, for example, a manager, a principal, a professor, you do not use these words. Don't use them. Instead, you use the full version. Do not, will not, I am, and cannot. And by the way, this is how you spell cannot. It's one word, not two words. So don't separate them. This is wrong. You see, this, in the word file, it tells me this is wrong. It has an underline because that's wrong. So if you put them together, this is how you spell cannot. So we do not use them in the formal letters. And next, can we use contractions in the formal letters? Yes, we can. So your friends won't mind if you are lazy to write the full words, right? So that's why we can use the contractions. Well, it doesn't mean that you have to. It's not that you have to use all these contractions. You can either use the full version or the contraction. Okay, next, we're going to talk about a special type of language that is called slang. Slang is not something special just in English. I believe that in any of your native language there is slang. Slang means the spoken language. The spoken language. So you don't really write them in the written text, such as letters, books, or newspaper. You never see them in these written texts. You only say them because they are more casual. Casual language. Casual language. Yeah. So here are some examples. Chill with friends. Does anyone know what that means? Chill with friends. Chill. What is chill with friends? So actually chill can be understood as relax, right? So if you chill with your friends, it means that you're spending time with your friends. You might play video games, you might let's say just talk, watch movies, something like that. So you chill with friends. But chill, this word itself, is more of a slang. You never use chill to mean relax. I mean, you could use chill, this word, but don't use that to mean relax. Okay. And oh, I see Tam. Hi, Tam.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
Not bad. All right. So I'm gonna add Tam here.
This my full name Kornkanok Korn.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Tam, do you know this expression? I feel you. Do you know what that means?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
explain that in other words?
I feel you mean like how do I like
Just I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. Well, look, I think well, it's definitely hard to when you fully understand a word, it's definitely hard to explain in another way because nothing can be exactly substituted. But there is actually.
But I understand you like this.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. I understand you. Yeah, I understand you. So feel is used instead of understand.
Yeah.
Feel can mean, you know, when you touch something, you can feel the temperature or, you know, the hardness or softness.
No.
But here in this context, feel is not just about touching. It's about the idea. So I feel you means I understand you. And what's up? This is something I believe that's you're familiar with if you have seen lots of, especially American shows, right? American likes to create with what's up, and what's up just like it's more like what's going on. Yeah,
How are you like this?
anything new, right? But it's used as the way to say how are you? Yeah. But it's a bit different. It's a bit different than how are you? Because when you ask how are you, your answer would be I'm good. Or I mean, of course, it can be bad. But yeah, when you ask how are you, people are asking about how you have been recently. But what's up is more like what's new. Like you've got any news going on with you. So this is not asking about your own condition. And that means your answer cannot be I'm good. That's weird. You never answer what's up with I'm good. You could say not much. So the answer would be not much. See, that makes sense. What's going on? What's new recently? Not much new. So you could reply not much or just simply say what's up again. All right, just something you need to know in the spoken language. But what I want to emphasize here is this is used in greeting. Okay, so these are the spoken language, and we call them the slang. Now, let's see how they are used in different types of letters. Yes, who is speaking?
Sadiq, can we use WhatsApp instead? What happened?
Yeah, right. Good question. Close. So I'll show you in that context if you want to understand more. So just like what Sadiq just said. Sadiq said,
my name is, I wrote, I think the wrong spell. Just A is extra. After D, just I.
this?
Yes.
That makes more sense. Yeah, Sadiq. So for example, Sadiq said, teacher, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what Sadiq said. Then instead of saying yes, I just said yes, but I could say, what's up? Well, this is definitely not greeting. This is just say, what happened? Why did you ask me? What question do you have? So what is up? You see, up means how do I just say up? Like a higher position, right? Up means something has floated up to the surface. Something is going on. So what's up there? What's up there? What happened? Yeah, good question. Thank you, Cedric.
You're
All right. Now, Pam.
Sure.
Can
Yes.
we use the slangs in formal letters?
No.
No, we don't. You don't want to use the slang because slang is itself, it's casual. As I said, casual, formal, they are antonyms, opposite meaning. So you definitely don't want to say like when on the campus, in a university, you see your professor and you just go hug the professor and say, hey, what's up, dude? No, that's right. That's right. So we don't use slang in formal letters. Thank you, Tim. And George. In the informal letters, where you write a letter to friends or family, can we use slang?
Slang?
Yes. Can we use like, what's up? I feel you.
What's up? What's up?
Can we use?
What's up? Informal.
Can we use slangs in informal letters? Yes or no?
No.
And the answer is
Yes.
Thank you, George. So yes, you can. You can use them. Yes, you can. Okay. The last one is the tag question. Tag question is a kind of question you are very sure about the answer. For example, here, as you can see, you are from Turkey, aren't you? You're from Turkey, aren't you? There are two parts in this question. The first part is you are from Turkey. This is actually a statement. It's a statement. And the real question is pretty short at the second half. It's, aren't you? You are from Turkey, aren't you? So at here, that's where you are asking. So you might think, when can I ask these questions? Well, it's hard to say, but usually you ask these questions when you are 90% sure. For example, you see your one of your friends come home wet, like the wet hair and the wet clothes, right? Then you ask your friends, it is raining out there. This is a statement. It is raining out there. Sounds like I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to add a questioning part, isn't it? Right? So imagine this situation. You see your friend wet with the wet hair. Then you think it must be raining outside, but you just want to confirm. You want to confirm. And then you ask this question. It is raining out there, isn't it? And that is the tag question. This whole sentence is a tag question. Okay. So now, let's look at how they're used in different types of letters. Carol, can we use tag questions in the formal letters?
No.
No, we don't. Thank you, Carol. So, well, as usual, I tell you the grammar, I tell you the rules in English, but I also explain why, because everything comes with reasons. And the thing is that in the serious situations, there's no 100% questions. Either I'm not sure or I'm sure. So it's not necessary to use these, ambiguous questions. So we don't use them in the formal letters. And then Nat, can we use them in the informal letters?
Yes.
Yes, we can. It's pretty easy. Like you can use any language in informal letters, right? So you don't even have to keep the table in your mind for informal letters. Just say whatever you want. That's the informal letters. Okay, so that's everything. New way.
Okay, teacher.
Look at the table here. I'm going to ask a question. Can we use contraction in formal letters? Can we use contraction in formal letters? Yes or no?
Leave it again, teacher.
No,
It's no here,
no.
right? Is that clear, Nue? No.
I think we can.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Nue. Thank you, Cedric. Cedric, can we use slangs in the informal letters?
Yes.
Yes.
We can. Good job. George,
Yes.
can we use tag questions in the formal letters?
Informal letters?
Yeah, the formal letters.
Yes.
Can we use them? Yes or no?
Thank question?
Yeah, tag question.
And informal letters? Yes.
The formal letters.
The formal letters? No.
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 You can see, no, we don't use the question like that. Yep. Okay. And I think the primary thing you need to be mindful of is, of course, the contraction. That's you are most likely to use in the formal letters. So remember, use the full spelling. Okay. So those are the basic ones. And we have learned some expressions in letter writings. The first 2 weeks, we learned how to write formal letters. And here are the expressions. Momo, can you read the first one for us?
Yes.
I would scalise applicate if it is.
Yeah, thank you, Momo. Well, just to correct some pronunciation. This word, greatly.
Oh, greatly.
Yeah, greatly means
Good.
Yeah, great means good, like big, right? So greatly, when it becomes an adverb, it means so much.
So much.
Yeah, so much. I would greatly, and next word, Momo, can you read this word for me? Appreciate.
Appreciate.
Yeah, so if I break it down, appreciate.
Appreciate.
Yeah, appreciate.
Appreciate.
That means to thank. To thank.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Oh, thanks.
appreciate. But the difference, let me think. You can only thank people, but you can appreciate things. For example, I want to thank you. You is the person. right? I want to appreciate your help. I want to appreciate your help. So when you use appreciate, you can thank the thing. You can feel grateful for the things. So that's the difference. So I want to appreciate. You never say, I want to thank your help. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so I would greatly appreciate if this is when you are making a request. To be respectful, you don't just say, I want you to postpone my exam. That's not respectful, that's rude. It's better to use these kinds of expressions, such as I would greatly appreciate if. And the words you write after if is what you want. For example, I would greatly appreciate it if you it's hard to come up with example. If you postpone my exam. Postpone means to make it later. I would greatly appreciate it if you postpone my exam. Well, I would greatly appreciate if you could okay, I just forgot, right? Could. If you could lend me your notebook, right? This might be a letter you write to your classmate. You didn't show up in the class, or you missed some part in the class. You want to read your classmate's notebook. Then you can say, I would greatly appreciate it if you could lend me your notebook. See, if you look at it, there's always an it in it. What does it refer to? It means the fact you help me, the thing you do for me. I appreciate it. The it means the thing you do to help. So that means it means the whole part here. What's the it? It is you lend me your notebook. What's the it here? It is you postpone my exam. See, that's how you use appreciate. You appreciate the thing people do for you. Okay, so this is the expression. Some of you might have missed this class. I think that was actually taught by Miss May. Miss May taught this class. So I just help you to recap things. And the other thing, the other expression, in addition. In addition, may I request for? So request here is used as a verb. Like I request something. I request for We're gonna give you more examples. In addition, may I request for in addition, may I request for a leave on Tuesday? So you want a leave or day off on Tuesday. And to say that respectfully, you could say, may I request for a leave on Tuesday. And here, you need to know that this is not necessarily combined with may I request for. It's just to give additional information. As you can see, if you have been in the class that's last time, the expression is right here. It's at the end of the whole paragraph. You might have made a request in the beginning part, like here. This is what you want first, the first thing you want. Then this is the second thing you want. So in addition, it's a connective to start something else, the second request. Also, it's good to understand why in addition can be used as a connective. Does anyone know what does addition mean?
If possible, explain, please.
Yeah, that's right, Static. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. This is an addition, right? You add one thing to another. So addition is actually a general idea of adding something. So obviously, that's why addition means to add. So in addition.
Some other question?
Come again?
Some other request?
Yeah, some additional question, some additional request, to add a request. Right. So in addition, it can be used in any other context where you want to give further information. Okay, so that is the second expression. Number 1, number 2. Going to. All right, number 3. The situation is that. Well, this word is hard to explain, situation. If you don't know what that means, you can look up the word in dictionary. The situation is, well, means the thing, which means actually the alternative way to say the situation is that is the thing is that. And you say the thing is that more often than saying the situation is that in the spoken language. But in the formal letter writing, you use situation more often. So this is a starter you always use, not always, you often use to explain a complicated situation. So the thing is that one day I did this and someone saw it and I didn't have a chance to explain. So we had an argument, blah, blah, blah. So this is quite a complicated, so much information. And you want to draw attention that, okay, now I'm going to explain why it's complicated or what happened. And this is the sign to start explaining it. The thing is that. So it's good to keep that in mind in your daily talk. the thing is that. But remember, usually you say the thing is that for difficult things or explain some misunderstanding or something. So it's a little bit negative, like you're explaining about a problem, for example. But again, in the writing context, you use the situation is that. The situation is that I have been sick for months. I had really bad headache. I couldn't even stand up. I feel sore all around my body. So I couldn't finish my task. Right? This is how you explain. So obviously, this expression is for explanation. Explanation. The situation is that. So here's the example. The situation is that I have been sick for a month. So I couldn't finish my task. So the whole part underlined is the situation. This is the situation. See, that's why I asked you to look up the word in the dictionary, because situation, the idea is very abstract. So it's good to understand it in your mother tongue. Take your notes if you need. All right, next. Would it be a good idea to or if? Here are examples. Would it be a good idea to cancel the meeting on Tuesday? Would it be a good idea if we practice before the presentation? And this expression is used for advice. Advice. So here is the idea. You have an advice, you have a piece of advice in your mind, but you still want to respect other people's opinion. You don't want to force people to do it. It's okay if they don't do it, right? You have this idea in your mind and you want to express that to the letter receiver. And this is how you say it. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot. This is a question. Question. So the idea is that you ask the letter receiver, is this a good idea? So let's look at the second sentence here. Would it be a good idea if we practice before the presentation? You might write this letter to one of your group mates, right? You're going to do the presentation, like speak to the whole class. You might do the presentation, for example, on Friday, right? And today is Monday. So you ask your friend, maybe we can practice before the presentation, maybe on a Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. But you're not sure if it's a great idea. So you just say, would it be a good idea? Do you think that is a good idea? Okay, so that's where it comes from.
خیلی early wake up شده بودی. You did early wake up.
Would it be a good idea if
You have to sleep now. Okay?
this is how you write it? Is to give advice. Yeah, so since this is a revising class, we're not going to practice too much together. We just go through everything. And additionally, I'm going to expand your repertoire of the expressions that you can find from Turner English website. The page in intake 4, week 1, and week 2. So to open a letter, you can say, I am writing to ask whether it is possible. Momo, do you have that? Can you access that website? Like this page? Yeah?
Wait a minute. In Moodle?
Yeah, Moodle. I think you could. Tam, are you able to access this page?
Writing email.
Intake 4, week 1 and 2. Yeah? Right. Let me see. So, I think that should be intake 4. It's elective. IELTS preparation should be. Never mind. So if you're able to access email writing, yeah. If you are able to access this page, you don't need to take a note. If you don't, you can take a screenshot. So this is exactly the same as the page. So to open a letter, you can say, I am writing to ask whether it is possible. For example, I'm writing to ask whether it is possible to cancel the meeting, whether it is possible to send me a copy of your plan, for example. So the reason for saying whether it is possible is that you are not sure if you're gonna do something for me. I'm not sure if it's possible. So I'm asking you, is it possible that you do this for me? Sounds really polite, right? So again, in the formal writing, we want to keep polite, respectful. I am writing in relation to. So this is giving a more general idea. Request. General idea is like, for example, if you cannot pay for your next month rent, then if you write a letter to your landlord, this can be used as the opening. You say, I am writing in relation to my rent. So you're not giving a specific request. You are highlighting what you are going to talk about. So this is more of a general idea. And it's the same here. I am writing in connection with. So it's still about a general idea. In connection with my salary, in connection with our plan next week, in relation to my rent, in relation to our holiday, in relation to my exam. So this is a general, not too specific. The purpose of this letter is to, well, this is more, it depends. So it can be general or specific. So it could be like the purpose of this letter is to request for a leave, or the purpose of this letter. So the one I just said, it was very specific. I exactly tell you what I'm asking for. But you could also use that for a general way, like the purpose of this letter is to discuss my salary with you, right? So I don't give you specific information. It's just a very general idea. And then it comes to making requests. Here's a whole lot of ways to make a request. First one, we would appreciate if you would. Okay, this is the same as what we just talked about. The only thing changed is the subject. We, I, whatever. I would be grateful. So grateful, this word is an adjective. It means that if you do something for me, I would be grateful. I will be in a condition like feeling helped, feeling thankful. So grateful is an emotion of thanking someone. I would be grateful. So grateful, appreciate, and thank, they are a set of words you can use in appreciation when thank someone. And could you please send me? Could you please send me? So this is my, this is requiring, requesting for something that can be sent through letter or email. Maybe a copy of the note or anything that is written, for example. Could you please send me? And the thing you need to remember is that don't forget using please and could. Could sounds more polite than can. Can you please send me? I mean, in the daily talk, it's okay. We often say, can you please, but in the formal writing,
Don't worry.
Could.
You
Could
just sleep. You just sleep.
And next, in addition, I would like to receive. Again, this is pretty much the same as send me. So let me just group them. The first two sentences is when I thank you for helping me. And these are the expressions. Right? And this is like, I want something from you. These are the expressions. This is the idea you have in your mind, but don't use that language. That doesn't sound polite. And what you need to remember, the most important words here is would like. Would like. It's like, I will like something if something happens. So would like, it's equals to want. So it's a polite version to say want. You will often hear this in restaurants. Is there anyone who works in a restaurant here? So if you have been to a restaurant in Australia, when people order something, when people order some food, they would say, I would like a large tuna, right? I would like, yeah, I would like sushi, I would like risotto, I would like pasta. So I would like is a polite way to say I want. Want is rarely used in actual English speaking or letter writing because that's too strong. Yeah, like I want is more like I demand something. So use this word carefully. Want can be rude. It does not, it's not always rude, but it can be rude. When you really are requesting something, requesting for something, it's always good to use I would like. And if you want to say, I want to do something, instead, you could say, I would like to do. Yeah, I would like to have a look. I would like to sit here. I would like to come later. Okay, next. I would appreciate your immediate attention to this matter. Immediate means soon, quick. So immediate attention means like you react to this thing real quick, immediately. So if you don't understand this word, look up it in the dictionary. Now, please let me know what action you propose to take. This is something like you are talking about difficult thing and you're asking for ideas. So these two expressions are like, I want to hear from you. You tell me something. So this one is more like, let's say, is stronger than the first 4 sentences. It's more like you, the person you are writing to, you are at the same position, like same level. I would appreciate your immediate attention to this matter. Example, maybe you, for example, if you are a customer service staff, and recently you received a customer complaint, and you cannot solve the problem by yourself. So you write a letter to your colleague, you describe what happened, and at the end of the letter, this is what you write. I would appreciate your immediate attention to this matter. In a straightforward way, it means that take it serious, man. This is serious. Do your job. Okay, I'm going to skip the complaint because this is not something we have been discussing recently. And then explanation. Well, please allow me to explain. Well, if here you can realize that it's really, you're really at the low position. So it's more like you're apologizing. Apology. Wait. Apology. So to apologize, here are the expressions. Please allow me to explain what happened or the situation is. So here you tell what happened. What happened? May I explain what has, okay, this one is the same. May I explain what happened? Pretty much all the same. Did I make it wrong? Let me see. Okay, I think that was the materials mistake. I would be grateful if you could send me this information. This is actually a request. Sorry about that guys. This should be here. I would be grateful if you could send me this information. Yeah. Okay, next, it comes to the suggestion. Here are 3 ways to suggest. Would it be a good idea too? So I actually add another word as an alternative. That's if, because sometimes you want to start with a subject if you do something. So would it be a good idea to do something, or would it be a good idea if someone does something? Or perhaps, that means maybe, perhaps it would be a good idea too. Well, pretty much the same expression. I suggest that you, okay. As you can see, when can you say, I suggest that you? You will never say that to the professor, right? So cases say, I suggest that you, blah, 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 that's a that's stronger. Or let's say, here is the lower position. Here you're at the lower position, or maybe you're wrong. And here is like higher or equal position. So this is, you might give the suggestion to your colleague, your friends, but definitely not people who are at the higher position. Okay, then the ending. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you require further information. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for your time and consideration. There's not much to explain. It's more of the fixed expressions. Okay, so if you have taken notes or have an access to the Moodle page, now please keep that with you. Now we're going to practice writing. You're going to apply everything you have learned throughout the 4 weeks to finish this task. So, Ben, can I get you to task for us? Ben? Yeah. Could you read the task for us?
You are taking a course at a local college. The deadline for your project was last week, but you haven't finished it. Write a letter to your lecturer. In your letter, introduce yourself, explain why you haven't handed in the project yet, request more time to do it.
Thank you, Ben. Sator, you're there?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you home today?
No, I'm driving home.
Okay, that's fine. So you can just listen to us.
Yes.
For us. Drive safe.
Thank you.
No worries. Sadik?
Yes.
Could you read the task again for us?
Yes. you are taking a course at a local college that the deadline for your project was last week, haven't finished it. Write a letter to your lecturer. In your letter, introduce yourself, explain why you haven't handed in the project yet, request more time to do it.
Thank you, Sedek. And for those who may not understand the task, let me explain some of the keywords. So you are, imagine that now you are a student at a local college, okay? And the deadline means the last day. The last day you assignment, or in a school context, it's called the homework, right? So it means, for example, if the deadline is September the 25th, right? Then you need to hand in before this date, for example, and this date is the deadline. And it's really easy to memorize it, to learn about heart. Deadline means if you go over the line, you're dead, right? So deadline is the last day you can hand in your assignment or task. Deadline for your project. So the deadline for your project was last week. It was last week, but you haven't finished it. It means you missed the deadline. You're dead. So you need to write a letter to explain, so that your lecturer won't kill you. Write a letter to your lecturer. Lecturer means the teacher who delivers the lecture. Remember that you need to introduce yourself, explain why you haven't handed in the project yet, and request more time to do it. Here are some keywords. Introduce yourself. This is the 8 steps. Remember, 8 steps where you provide the background, right? Your background information. For example, you need to tell your name, the course you're taking, like the class, which class you're from, and something else. Use your creativity and explain why you haven't handed in the project yet. Explain. See the keyword explain. When do we use what expressions can we use for explanation? Momo, can you tell me one of them? To explain.
Explain
Do you have any notes with you?
in the small sound.
Expressions
Right.
can be used.
Let's tell him.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
What about you,
sure.
Seth?
Because I'm sick last week.
Okay, so let me move back to the beginning. Here, the situation is that, right? This is how you explain. The situation is that. Yeah, so check the list here. Explanation. There's a whole lot of ways to explain. Please allow me to explain. The situation is, may I explain what has happened? Okay, so what happened? Where's my page? Yeah. The situation is that Okay, last, you make a request. How do we make a request in formal writing? For example, would it be a good idea to, okay, there. Now, you're gonna be given, let me see, 8 to 10 minutes to write a letter in response to this task. And feel free to ask questions.
Just
while
copy
you-
this letter.
What was that?
Just copy this letter.
You write your own letter. You write your own letter. And for those who has no idea how to write the letter, I'm going to give you a prompt. So opening, dear someone, name of the lecturer. My name is blah, blah, blah. I am from the class or the course code. Because your lecturer may have lots of students, right? They don't know where you're at, so you need to clarify. I'm from course. So you can make up the class course code like EDF 145 or something, whatever. I'm from this course. I am writing to explain why I was late in handing in the project. Please allow me to explain. The situation is that this is what you're gonna write. The situation is that would it be possible if I would be grateful if you could grant my request. Yours sincerely, and your name. You can change my template if you have some great ideas. But if you don't have any idea, you can use it. smells a little bit. Gonna go get some water. Just forgot. Teacher forgot Sandy. Sandy. The name? Sandy. Sandy. When teacher show, yeah, Sandy. Which one? Up. Oh, Josh. Oh, yeah, that's right, Sandy. Yeah. So, thanks.
باشه. اوکی.
And if you have done writing, put your answer in the chat box.
چی هستی؟ چرا؟ الیاس تو گفتی دادی من، تو خودت گفتی مامان گفت اوکی. خب ما الان دوباره داشتیم میگم اوکی.
weird expression. Lecturer's name.
Teacher,
Yes, Eric?
we have to write on the chat box.
Yes. So you can either type in the chat box or type it in a Word file, then copy it onto the chat box.
Okay.
I just sent some examples to explain the situation in the chat box for some ideas.
Ocho.
¿Trabajo 8?
Ujú.
¿Yo trabajo 8 horas y no le alcanza la plata? Oh,
Estoy pagando una deuda, chino. No es que no me alcance la plata, china, es que estoy pagando una deuda grande. Entonces, por eso yo digo, "Jue puta, yo pago eso y me relajo un poquito. Y toca ahorrarlo del curso". Esas dos cosas son las que me tienen cabezón. ¿Sí, pilla?
porque yo trabajo, o sea, en la noche solo trabajo 4 horas.
Yes, sir. Can you see my
Y yo todavía estoy trabajando 6,
¿Estás trabajando 6 horitas?
solo 6 horas, pero en sí ocupa todo mi tiempo 8 horas, como 9 horas.
Sí, ya entiendo.
Por todos lados, sí. Ya.
O sea, porque le toca viajar y todo eso.
Ujú.
Pues yo trabajo a las 8 en los containers,
Bien.
pero no me alcanza la plata porque estoy pagando una deuda, pues puta, me tiene de los ojos.
Gracias, sí me quiso puta, se pagué la tarjeta. Sí.
Ujú.
Como 4 pares.
Yo también tengo una tarjeta de... Uy, ¿la pagó? Bien, marica.
Estaba esperando que bajaran más $100 y te pongan $1 americanos. Eso está re alto.
Ujú. No, yo también he pagado un poco de plata, chino. Pero tocaba así porque si no.
Compré esta maleta y ya las tiritas del tamaño nomás que me costó un dinero la carechina. Mira, no, carechina. Haga ahí, sí, haga plan con los muchachos. Pregúntale si mañana o ahorita. Yo preferiría de pronto que mañana. No me necesitaba. Bueno, ahí, pueden ustedes me cuentan.
All right. One more minute, then we're going. Okay, 2 more minutes. We're going to view a piece of work together.
แม่งเซมเลยเซมเลยอ่ะ
Okay. Good. Okay. So I'm able to go to one place. So the first thing is tested for. So the preposition, yeah, it's a positive for. Next, see, I am not able to finish the project. What's wrong? But if I say I am not able to finish it, I was not. So if you're explaining something in the past, right? So if you say I am not able to finish it, it sounds like I'm not going to do it anymore. I am not able to do it. Don't even ask me to do it. Yeah, I give up. Right. The next one, you could postpone. If you can postpone the deadline for submitting. So yeah. So here's the trick. When you use for connected with the verb, it's always verb plus ing, like for doing something, for submitting. Yeah, that's it. And quite good. Yeah. I also forgot. It's usually at the school and in the class. Yeah.
Okay.
At a college and a school. To explain why yeah, I tested positive. So check
or test.
Test. I tested.
T-E-S-T-E-D.
Right.
Yeah.
Positive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of saying I checked it and it was positive, you said I tested positive for COVID-19. It's more like a medical what's the word? Word group. Yeah, so you usually use tested positive.
Okay.
Or tested negative. So you have the same idea as nets.
Yeah, same idea.
Yeah, pretty popular idea nowadays. It was positive results. Would it be possible if you postpone?
You
or if you don't want to use you, you can just say, would it be possible to postpone? So postpone, it's a verb, it's an action. Yep. Good. Thank you. Okay, so for the rest of the time, everybody, we're going to view a work of Ben's. Unfortunately, we don't have time to go through everybody's work, but it's good to compare your work with Ben's. And I may point out some mistakes from Ben's work, or if you find anything good from Ben's work, you can use that, apply it in your own writing. Okay, so here, first one, dear sir. Yeah, that's good, but it would be better if you address the, for example, the lecturer's name. So you can come up with one. Dear sir, my name is the whole name, and I'm a student. So this is unnecessary. And so in my temple, I used in because or from, in or from, because that you refer to the class. If you're from the class, if from the course, you're in the course, you use in. But when you're talking about you learn, what's the word? When you refer to the school or university or college, you use at. Here's a comment needed. And Turner English, Ben. Ben, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Ben, did you find any mistake with the spelling? Turner English?
Yes, it's double N.
It's T-U-R-N-E-R. Turner English. And this is not the most important thing. It's that you need to capitalize the capital letter because that's a name. Does that make sense, Ben?
Yes.
And while Turner is a person's name, but it's not that this is a person's name, so you capitalize it. It's that as long as this is a name of the school, if this is the name of the school, no matter what, like whether it's a person's name or a regular name, you need to capitalize it. For example, if I name the school the Golden Lion, well, it could sound weird. So the name of the school is Golden Lion. In a normal conversation, you say Golden Lion, which is not a name at all. But when it becomes the name of the school, it must be capitalized. Golden Lion. Golden Lion, the language school. So this is how you capitalize words. I have been studying at your school for almost 2 years now. I'm writing to let you know about my course at local college. The deadline. I'm a bit confused, Ben. Who are you writing to? Local college? Are they the same?
Yes.
Okay. So imagine that you are writing this letter to Miss Turner. Would you address this like a local college? No, you won't, right? So you can just simply say I am writing in relation to my late submission. So this is what you want to talk about. Okay. Then please allow me to explain. Please capitalized, no comma. Please allow me to explain. Full stop. The situation is that I couldn't finish it because of my school exam.